beautiful souls. I'm Dr. Rupali Paranjape, founder of Blue Ocean Compliance Company. I am the best-selling author of my book Blue Ocean of Compliance. It is there on Amazon, and I am also a TEDx speaker. So I want to ask you, have you ever felt the pain of giving poison? A mother is giving poison in the form of adulterated medicine to her own child. Have you ever felt the pain of that mother has given adulterated medicine to her child and her child has died due to adulterated medicines? That pain has inspired me to start my own company, Blue Ocean Compliance. I am on mission to help pharmaceutical company to attain the highest level of compliance and save huge expenses and costs due to non-compliances. My vision is to make a world in which every pharmaceutical industry will manufacture the product of highest quality and free of non-compliance. So one thing I want to tell you that since morning I am listening to all the talks and all the presentation and industry academia gaps, but I am so surprised that the one word which industry really need, that word compliance, is missing in all the talks. I am so surprised. So let me tell you that you cannot survive in the pharmaceutical industry without the knowledge of compliance. Whether you are in academia, whether you are doing the job, or whether you are a manufacturer or any of the department you are working in pharmaceutical industry, you cannot survive in the pharmaceutical industry without the knowledge of compliance. Yes. So what is the purpose of pharmaceutical industry? The purpose of pharmaceutical industry is to save the life of people, to grow the business, right? So the main purpose of pharmaceutical industry to manufacture the good quality products and to do the business growth by manufacturing the good quality of the medicines. If the medicine will be not good, so it is not going to help the patient. And if the patient will not be cured, then who is going to buy your medicines? So quality and compliance is the sole heart of pharmaceutical industry. And if it is missing in any of person, so that person cannot survive in today's market, in this industry. So let me tell you that what is the purpose of pharmaceutical industry, how they do the business, by selling their product in the country or to the human beings, right? So if any of the company, how it do its business. So any company want to sell their product in US or Europe or Australia or any of the country, they have to qualify the regulatory inspection. They have to get the approval from that regulatory authority. And if they fail in the audit, so they cannot sell their product in that country, right? So if you want to sell your product in, I have taken example of US market. So if you want to sell your product in the US, so you have to file your application in the US market in the form of, it is example of generic market. So you have to file the ANDA or NDA in the US market, and that application is reviewed by the by the regulatory authority of that country. If the application is okay, it is after review, then the plant inspection is triggered, right? So they come to inspect the manufacturing facility, that whether the manufacturing company is manufacturing the product of the good quality as they have submitted in the dossier. So if they pass the regulatory inspection, then they get approval to sell their product in another country, and if the inspection is failed, the same product cannot be sold in that market, right? So from you can understand, for the business of pharmaceutical industry, understanding the concept of compliance and quality is the bottom line, means it is mandatory. So even irrespective of you do any number of inventions, any number of research, but your product is not of the good quality, if the people are not aware about the compliance, then you are not going to successful in the market and you cannot survive in the market. So any person working in the pharmaceutical industry, irrespective of any department, means irrespective of ADL, R&D, regulatory affairs, production, QA, warehouse, QC, any department, if you do not have knowledge of compliance and if you cannot help your industry to bring the business to qualify the audit, so you cannot survive in the pharmaceutical industry. So I was listening since long that gap between industry and academia, that is the knowledge of compliance, because if you will be reason to the fail in the audit, so obviously you are not going to grow in the industry and you cannot survive in the industry. So there are 4 types of the USFDA inspections. One is pre-approval inspection. Means whenever you submit your dossier or ANDA or your application in US market, so once the application is okay, so first time before approval, when they come for the inspection to verify that whether whatever you have submitted in the dossier, it is actually there on your site or not. So that is pre-approval inspection. After pre-approval inspection, if you get the approval, so every 2 years, they review your plant, your manufacturing site. They do the inspection. So that is called the surveillance inspection. It is done every 2 years of the manufacturing facility. Third is compliance follow-up inspection. For example, if any USFDA inspection, if the company fails in the audit, they get the warning letter or they get the 483s, and in response of that 483 or warning letter, company has to submit their response to the regulatory authority. And if that response is accepted by the regulatory authority, so that regulatory authority comes to verify that whatever response you have submitted to the regulatory authority, whether practically you are following or not. So that is compliance follow-up inspection. And fourth is for cause inspection. For example, if while performing the audit, if the auditor gets the doubt that the company is manufacturing the adulterated medicine, there is not the good quality of the medicines, so the routine inspection is converted to for cause inspection, and there is no rule, means it is done like the criminal investigation. So these are the 4 types of the inspection, and it is directly related to the business, because if the company is failing to qualify the regulatory inspection, anyhow company is not going to get the business and approval to sell their product in that particular country. So if they cannot get the approval, then how the company will be able to sell their product in another country? So these are the 6 systems of the quality which are reviewed on the site. These are 6 systems of the quality and department also. Means quality assurance, quality control, production, laboratory, material means warehouse, facilities and equipments means manufacturing facilities where the drugs are manufactured, facilities and equipments, packing and labeling. So these are the 6 systems of the quality which are reviewed by regulatory authority whenever they do the inspection on your site. So whoever working in the manufacturing site in any of the department, they must know that what is the regulation, what is the compliance, and if they will not know what is the compliance, what is the regulations, then how they will be able to perform that task efficiently. And if they will not able to perform the task efficiently, there is high probability that there will be problems in the inspection. And if there will be problem in the inspections, then how they are going to survive in the market. So that's why I'm telling you that the knowledge of compliance is must to survive in the pharmaceutical industry. So the type of regulatory actions, for example, if any company fails in the audit, so what can happen it as per regulatory actions? So they get the warning letter, injunction. In injunction, the flow of violative product is stopped, criminal prosecution is there, seizure is there, criminal fines for Food, Drug and Cosmetic Act violations are there, 483s are there, the product are recalled. Company has to recall all the product from the market, and the cost of recalling any product from the market is very high. And if the company get warning letters, it takes $1 billion to come out of that situation. No other company wants to do business with that company. So by all these, you can see that there are huge business losses to the company if the company fails in the audit, and if the company is not complying with the regulations of any regulatory authority. And nowadays you can see that due to non-compliance in Schedule M and our domestic regulations, the companies are shut down and there are huge losses to the company. So this is the impact of failing in the audit, that there are huge business losses, and obviously the trust factor is very important for any business. So the trust factor is missing, so no one will be willing to buy the medicine from that company. So in this way you can understand that what is the significance of compliance in the pharmaceutical industry. So I have observed that the people who are involved in the research and development, they are far away from the compliance. They even do not thinking about the compliance. But let me tell you, whatever you are doing the research and you are doing the development, if when you convert in the form of the medicines, if that medicine quality is not good, if the patient is not healed, that what is the significance of manufacturing that product? So the knowledge of compliance is must for each and every person who is working in any of the department of the pharmaceutical industry. So these were the problems we have discussed. Then what is the solution? So for all these solutions, I have written this book, Blue Ocean of Compliance. It is bestseller on Amazon. So in that I have tried to give the solution. I have written that why the regulatory inspections are happening, what are the enforcement actions are there, and what are the reason of non-compliance. This book is fusion of technology and psychology, because there are many factors that are missing to see, and if those invisible factors could be seen, then the compliance will be so easy, because every industry is suffering from the non-compliance and the problem of non-compliance, and they are not able to solve those non-compliance problem, and it is the biggest challenge. So in this I have written many invisible factors which are responsible for non-compliance, and this is the psychology of any organization I have tried to present in this book. And I have written the 483s, means 4 years 483s, and 492 483s means observations which companies have given in the last 4 years. And if anyone will read this book, they will be able to avoid getting those 492 483s in their company. So, and after that I have written the exercise. If anyone will do this exercise, so more than 50-60% compliance will be done on their site. So by applying these principles, means I have given my TEDx talk on compliance only, and in that compliance I have given the compliance framework, gap framework, goal, audit and people, and the same framework I have applied to my clients, and they have qualified the regulatory inspection with no observation, not only once but 2 times. One of my clients were previously failed in the EDQM, but once I worked with them, they have qualified EDQM with no critical and no major observations. So this is the result of applying those principles of compliance on actual manufacturing sites. So what I feel that next to creating a life, the finest thing a man can do to save it, means if we can save the life of people, that is the biggest work we will be doing for any humanity or for the society. And every one of the person, even the peon who is cleaning the facility, is working for a cause to save the life of people. So that is the tagline of my company, that to save the life of people. So with my company, that is the mission, that I should inspire every manufacturers and every pharma professionals to manufacture the product of the good quality, so that any mother can give the medicine to her child peacefully and without any doubt. Because now we are manufacturing product for someone. We are manufacturing medicines for someone, and someone is manufacturing medicines for us. So we don't know that whatever medicines we are manufacturing, they can be taken by our family members. So while manufacturing the product, we must never compromise with the quality of the product. When the quality of the product will be good, so automatically you will be getting the business. So if you want to survive in the pharmaceutical industry and forever, so quality and compliance is the secret of that success in any pharmaceutical industry and the growth of the business. So with this, with this message, I will be closing my talk at this time, and I hope I could convey my message to every person who is working in the pharmaceutical industry, who is the manufacturer, that how the compliance and quality is important to save the life of people, and that is our profession, to save the life of people. Thank you.